this time we got it. We got it for real. And the man himself, the legend, joining
Can you
us
hear me?
online here tonight. Najee, how you doing, man? Up, can you hear me?
Hear you now. Yes. Can
Okay,
you hear me? You
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Oh,
Yes,
great.
sir.
Okay. Oh, here we
How
are.
are you?
How you doing, man? How you
I'm
been?
great. How about you?
Oh, man. Got any better, man? I wouldn't be able to stand it, brother. Yes,
Long
sir.
time no see. Glad to have
Yes,
you coming
sir.
back this way.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad to be there on Friday. I think we got a pretty exciting show coming up. Got some great musicians. Blair Bryan is playing bass with us.
Okay.
Allison Williams will be joining us. I don't know if you know what Allison, but she did on my
I
current
re-
record, she did a remake of Valentine Love. So
I
yeah, so pretty
remember that
excited about
name
that.
when I was looking at the credits.
Oh yeah.
She was
Uh-huh.
she was
She had a
lost in
big hit
in
on
the
Def
early
Jam.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. What's
So
been going on? Savoir Fair is doing great. Sounds wonderful.
oh, thank you. Thank you. We're wrapping up the end of the year now. Cleveland is our next date, as you know. Um, what else is coming up? Then we have Kansas City, and then I finish up in the UK on the 30th. So, we'll be on the 31st. So, I'm pretty excited. We had a really, really, really good year, and getting ready for 2023 now. So things have been going good, man. Things have been going really good. Can't complain. So,
A lot of touring planned for next year.
oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, yes. So looking
Are
forward
we
to it.
gonna hop on those cruises or head to the islands or something?
You know what? I was scheduled to be on the cruise next year, but we had conflicts, so we couldn't work it out with Dave. I was scheduled to be on Dave Kaz's cruise. So, but we are happy that we'll probably do it the following year with him. So yeah,
We're talking with Najee, who is in concert this coming Friday night. Two shows, a 7 o'clock and a 9:30 p.m. show. That is at the Grand Ballroom by Sausalito on Granger
yes,
Road in Garfield Heights. Tickets are still available. Go to hubsgroove.com, HUBBS It's right there on screen if you're checking that out on the lower third. And we got to give you a birthday shout out. Happy belated birthday.
thank you, thank you. Hey, listen, man. I'm so grateful that still be doing what I do and still feel healthy and what can I say, man? I'm very grateful.
Let's
Yes.
talk about some of the changes that we've seen. You've been at this for a number of years, both
Hmm.
recording and touring professionally. When I was doing the radio world, about 20, 25 years in that. And we've seen a lot of change, a lot of good, a lot of bad. What in the last couple of years since pandemic has been the major thing that you've seen?
Well, I think reassessing where you've been and where you're going, based on the circumstances. I don't know if you're an NBA fan, but I am. And I always notice that the team, my brother always says, the team that makes the adjustments is one that usually wins the game. So, in our profession, you try to make the adjustments based on what you're dealing with, and utilize what's available to you, and also
Mhm.
cooperate with fellow artists, that kind of thing. So,
Has
yeah, so
that
a lot of
taken
things.
on,
Mhm.
does that take on a little bit different flavor when you're working remotely with the
Uh,
artists on recording?
it does, but it's not a bad thing. I think technology is a great facilitator of inconvenience. So meaning you don't have to get on an airplane. You send your friends the files, they send you the files, and you do it at home. Now there are some times when you just got to be in the room with people, but for the most part, the way things are done these days, if I want a drummer or somebody playing bass or keyboards or adding parts, I just send them the tracks, and most people got home studios now. So
Right.
yeah.
I'm noticing looking through the credits as you talk about people adding on, you've got one of our former Cleveland, Ohio homeboys, Frank McComb, working with you once
Yes,
again.
yes. Oh yeah. Well, Frank is an amazing artist, and I was very happy to get him. That particular song that he's on is a song that was recorded in Brazil, and it's written by Terry Lynn Carrington and Brenda Russell. And it was originally, the whole track was recorded in Brazil, with the exception of Frank and myself. So and he did a great job, as you know. Frank is just an amazing artist.
Just doing what he
Mhm.
does.
Oh yeah.
Najee in concert this Friday night. I got to keep telling you because I want you to be there. I want you to tell your friends. 7 o'clock, 9:30 at the Grand Ballroom, Sausalito. That's this Friday evening, December 2nd. Hard to believe that we have already made it to the last month of the year. It's a great time to hang out for the holidays and to begin it hearing from Najee, Allison Williams. Blair Bryant is he's a phenom.
He is. He is. I always think he's not human. You know, I think he's a musical alien, if you will. You know, but we love him. You know, young guy, man. And actually, this band is quite young. Most of the guys in there. Blair, you know, he's a young guy. My drummer, Daniel Powell. He's who else do we have in
There's
there?
no reason for Daniel Powell's talent.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and then we have Christian Swan, who's from Chicago, young guy, 24 years old on keyboards. Also Jesse Miller on keyboards. You know, all these guys play with other people, but for y'all who are listening, I'm paying them more money to come see you on Friday in Cleveland. You know, and we may have some special surprises. I know my boy Riley Richard is going to be there, so we're going to have to
Okay.
bring him up to say a little bit. You know, and so we're pretty excited. It's going to be an exciting show. So for those of you who don't have tickets, you may want to go and get them because you're going to miss out. This is going to be a great way to end the 2022. So.
You've got a lot of Cleveland memories, as we've got a lot of memories of you. Did you ever play front row? Front row
Oh,
theater?
yes, at least probably seems like a million times back then. You know, I've been in the front row. The very first time I played the front row actually was I was playing in Shaka Khan's band. I was one of her saxophone players. Yeah, that was in 1983. That's the very first time I played there. And then
Wow, okay.
then I came back opening for Freddie Jackson and Ray Goodman and Brown in '87. And then since
Okay.
that time, I've been there several times with Hiroshima, Jonathan Butler, George Duke, Stanley Clark, and I with Larry Carlton, Billy Cobby. I mean, you know, that was the place, man. That was the
Yeah.
place. You know, so
But we're still upset here that they tore it down to build a Home Depot.
oh man.
Right.
You know,
I mean, I saw Grover there, saw Phyllis Hyman
oh yeah,
there, Anita for the first time. So many great acts passed through there.
oh yeah.
So it's still a great memory, but we want to make some new memories. This is a very unique ballroom. It's very compact, very cozy, but yet spacious enough for everybody to get in and get their groove. What kind of thing
Right.
can we expect when we get to this party Friday night?
Oh, we're gonna have a great time from Note One, man. I mean, the new band I have, like I said, is very exciting. And Allison Williams, she's a living legend. You know, she did this song Valentine Love, and the real interesting thing about that song, as you know, was written by Michael Henderson, performed by Norman Connors in the late '70s. And right before he passed, like a few days before he passed, he reached out to me to thank me for doing the song. You know, so I felt really honored because you know he was a great composer, bass player, as you know as well. You know, and you know, so to have do his song and it be accepted the way it has with people, you know, with her singing it, it's been great.
That's very cool to have that final connection and to let the music live on, even though he's left for the next level. But we still get a chance to hear an updated version of a classic.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And Norman, thank goodness, still with us,
Oh
still
yeah.
making. Who are you listening to these days?
Oh man, you know what, you guys are going to be very shocked because you know my playlist is ridiculous. I mean, let me see if I can find this way I don't skip over my words here. But recently downloaded. That's where I have to go. Uh, you might not have heard of some of these guys. Hybrido from Rio de Janeiro. Uh, who else is there? PJ Morton is one of my favorite. I
Okay.
just downloaded Chick Corea Live, his acoustic band. You know,
Oh, nice.
I'm a Chick Corea fan. I just downloaded Riley Rich's new single "Superstar," which is doing
Got
very
to
very
get
well,
that.
and I'm proud to take credit for that because when I heard him play that song, I was like, man, you got to record that song. And it took 3 years to convince him, and he finally recorded it, and it sounds great. So I downloaded him. I don't know if you can see him there. He's right there somewhere. Where is he? See him there? There
Nice.
you go. And old Quincy Jones, PJ Morton, Chicago, the group Chicago, one of my favorite, Byron Miller. So, you know, and the list goes on. And even old Freddie Hubbard, along with Biggie. So
Gotta have some
and
jazz in there.
then I got some classical music too. I got James Galway on flute. So there you go.
Oh man, you gotta have some James Galway. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
So, and your relationship with Riley has been very cool to watch as his talents have grown, as his horizons have expanded. So you've been a blessing in his career, and he's now getting a chance to kind of bless you back, which is cool.
Oh yeah. Well, it gives me great joy because I consider him my musical son. So but when I first heard him, there's a lot of great, as you know, Mark, you hear a lot of great saxophone players. Everybody can play these days, but and it doesn't take much for a lot of guys to get on radio these days, but very few to me have a something special. And Riley's one of those people I think has something very special and unique, and that's why he ended up every time we talk, I call him Superstar. That's my personal name for him. So what's up, Superstar? So him recording that song Superstar is really just great.
Got to shout out the concerts once again at
Yeah.
the Grand Ballroom by Sausalito this Friday night, December 2nd, 7 o'clock show, 9:30 show. Najee in concert with an amazing band. Hub's Groove is going to be their opening. We know them and love their sound here in Northeast Ohio. Mike Head will be your MC for the evening. Very funny man, and he's going to keep the flow. And we're just looking forward to having a chance to hang with you once again in Northeast Ohio.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Good to see you, Mark.
It took us a minute, but we made it work. Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you. God bless.
Everybody online, thanks a lot for tuning in. Share this with your friends. Make sure that they know tickets are still available for the show this Friday evening at the Grand Ballroom by Sausalito. Tickets are available at hubsgroove.com. Take care.